Welcome, Greenwood Bulldog fans. Goblin Arena here in Harrison, Arkansas. Game 2 tonight here on the Greenwood Sports Center. As the Greenwood Bulldog boys are going to take on the Harrison Goblins on the road. Coming off a nail biter, unfortunately, on the girls as they fell by 3 points to the Lady Goblins in the game 1 after they went into overtime.
Good evening once again, basketball fans.
Starting tonight, our normal starting five for the Greenwood Bulldogs: Lane Philpott, he's a senior. Ty Holt, good old sophomore. Ty Holt has been putting in some good quality time here all season. Senior number 3, Grant Carnes. Number 5, senior Jaden Garnes. And junior number 23, Kane Archer.
The 5'11" sophomore, number 2, Ty Holt.
Here in a little bit, we will pick up the Harrison Goblins
A 6'2"
starting five. Quick numbers: Jaden Garnes, he's been shooting from the field overall 34.8%.
A 5'11" senior.
Philpott's had some good shots as he's shooting 30% overall from the field. Kane Archer shooting just under 35%, 34.9%. Ty Holt, 28%. Grant Carnes, a whopping 56%, as Grant has made a living in the lane this year as he's done well in the paint. Coming into tonight's game, the Harrison Goblins, they're at the top of the 5A West as they are 5-0 in the conference with an overall record this year 18-4 for the Harrison Goblins. They've had 5 straight wins. They beat Mountain Home by 2, Farmington by 21, Alma by 1, Siloam Springs by 14, beat Van Buren by 14, had an average win 10 points. So like I said, Harrison, they are in the top spot in the 5A West. Greenwood sitting in the 5th spot, so they've got some work to do as Greenwood comes into this game in the conference 3-2. So we're here in the 6th game of our conference swing, trying to figure out a way we can get ourselves in that one of those top 4 slots for a chance for a trip into the playoffs. Greenwood's going to have their hands full tonight. They've got a few players here that are going to be giving up quite a few inches to. For the Goblins. Greenwood's on the floor waiting for the starting 5 to show up after they ran over and screamed and hollered at the Goblins student section. So Coach Ross had a quick chat with the officials, so we're going to wait to see what their call is going to be.
Going to start the game with a technical from dunking in the warm-ups.
So we've got a technical foul that was called apparently on Greenwood. If I understood it, it was for a dunk attempt that happened during the warm-ups. So don't see that every day. Ball's going to be inbound. Number 5 for the Goblins is Kreiner. 0 is Cecil. 15 is Scribner. And here comes the Goblins with a 2-point advantage. Archer out on the ball as they're playing their typical man-to-man defense here to start the game. Drive into the lane by the Goblins. Knocked away by Greenwood. Philpott's in trouble as he picked up his dribble. He gets it down the lane all the way into Carnes for 2. He goes up. Couldn't quite get the first one. Gets his own rebound for 2. And we're back to a tie game here. as he got fouled with no call right there under the basket. Goblins with the ball, left-hand side. Carnes out on him. Now back over, far left side as Archer slides back over. Inside the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by the Goblins. That shot is good for 2. That was Bell. Garnes with the ball. Top of the key. Archer looking at 3 from the left-hand side, just off the mark. As it found some iron, but didn't go in. Ball knocked away by Garnes. Garnes back on the fast break, pulls up in the lane, rolls around, no good. Rebounded by Carnes. He tries to go up for 2. No foul called as he tried a reverse little layup there. Inside the lane, charging foul going to be called as Ty Hope, he's set up under the Goblin offensive player. And that foul is going to be called on Cecil. And that's his first foul of the night, first foul of the game for both teams. Another stoppage here by the officials. And we're not sure what's going on. There's some fingers pointing toward the student section, so we'll see what happens as they try to flesh this out over in front of the scorer's table. Definitely something happened between, looks like, Archer and the student section. Whether it's a comment or we don't know yet, but officials are trying to narrow it down, either to who it was or who the offender might be. And so we'll see what they decide. Somebody's going to be asked to leave, it looks like. And the official jumped on that pretty quick. And so here comes Greenwood out of that little mini timeout as the officials took care of business. No need for fan interaction with the players. You just need to get up there and cheer. Inbound under the baseline. Here comes Garnes. Garnes moving quick. Goblins come up on him. They slap at the ball. No call. Hit him in the chest. They still didn't call it. Ball knocked away. Here comes the Goblins. Down the block. Knocked away by Ty Hope. Good job on him. Jump ball call, and possession arrow is going to go to Greenwood. 4-2. Greenwood down by 2. Hope the inbound on the baseline to Philpott. Philpott with point guard duties right now as we start this first period. Right at 6 minutes left. Over to Archer, far right side. Back to Garnes. Garnes looked at a 3. Wasn't there. Back to Archer. Archer drives toward the baseline. Off the glass. Rebounded by Carnes. Carnes for 2. Looked like a bounce pass off the glass. That's what we'll call it. Garnes has got 4 points for Greenwood, and we're tied 4-4. Stolen away by Philpott. Given to Holt. 2-on-2. Didn't have the numbers. Back top Philpott over to Garnes. Bulldogs in the blue road uniforms tonight. Over to Archer. Archer pulls his dribble up, goes down into Philpott. Ball got kicked. Kicked by the Goblins. Coach Ross gives the inbounds play. Archer to inbound. Got one cutter. There's a second cutter. Carnes in the lane. He's going to go up and shoot 2. Rolls off the front of the iron. Good. And Carnes coming out hot with 6 points, 6-4. Greenwood up by 2 here in the first period with 5 minutes left. Rebound, or ball knocked away by Carnes. Intercepted by Archer. Archer's coming hard to the lane. Bounces a guy off his left shoulder. Goes up for 2, no good. Here comes Harrison. Harrison down on the right block. Contested by Archer on the shot. And he's going to get called for the foul.
Foul is on number 23, Payne Archer. That's his first foul.
Archer was in position, just got called for the body or the push, and we're going to shoot 2 for Harrison. Harrison's first shot is up. Cecil shooting. Second shot for the Goblins, and that is up and good. Here comes Greenwood. Holt with the ball, hands it off to Archer. Archer drives just outside the free throw line. Rebounded off the edge of the iron by Philpott. 2 points for Philpott. 8-6. Greenwood with the lead. Ball deflected by Archer. It's going to go out of bounds as he got his hands up quickly in the passing lane as the Goblins tried to get the ball down on the baseline. Inbound on the baseline by the Goblins. He's got to keep his feet still, but they're letting him walk all over the place. That should have been a turnover on the baseline, but it wasn't called because we're not paying attention. 2 points up, 8-8 now. Tie game. Here comes Greenwood. Garnes with the ball. Garnes drives left-hand side. Kicks it back up top to Holt. Holt for 3, no good. Here comes the Goblins. Goblins got the ball on the far left-hand side. Try to get down on a block on the baseline. Knocked away by Philpott as he went up for 2, and they're going to call him for the foul. And Scribner went up to shoot 2. Scribner. Martin shoots his first and misses. Second shot. In and out. Rebounded by the Goblins, and it gets knocked out of bounds by Greenwood. Goblin ball here on the sideline. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left. Greenwood with 3 team fouls. Ball up top, long 3-point shot. Philpott got pushed into the shooter. And that's going to pick up a foul and send Scribner to the line for the unusual 3 free throws as he was just outside the line. First one's up and good. Goblins now with a 1-point lead. Second shot.
Hudson Clark checking in now for the Bulldogs.
Clark's going to check in for Greenwood as Philpott had to set with 2 fouls. Don't want him to pick up any more cheap fouls here. Bounced off the back of the iron. No good. So Greenwood comes out good on that one. Just 2 points. Down by 2. 8-10. Garnes with the ball. Up top, center court. Works his way down the top of the key. Gets a screen from Carnes. Bounces off. No good. Here comes the Goblins in the lane. Ball stripped away by Carnes. He hands it to Garnes. 1-on-2. Garnes didn't have the numbers, but he had the move, and he split the team. And he got a 2 point off the glass, and there's going to be a timeout now called by the Goblins. That's a 30-second timeout. We got to hand it to Grant Carnes. He's come to play. He's living inside the paint, making it his own personal kingdom as he's walking around now with 6 points that he's got there inside of the lane. As he's got a couple of rebounds, got a couple of feeder passes that he's been able to capitalize on. Picked up his own rebound on one after it was contested off the iron and was able to put it back up for good. Philpott's got 2 points. He's had to go to the bench for 2 fouls. And Jaden Garnes is setting on 2 points as well. Here with just shy of 3 minutes. And the Goblins with the ball crossing half court. And Holt will pick that ball up, play defense. Quick switch, now double team. Holt finds his man, bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Garnes. Garnes left-hand side over to Holt. Holt drives baseline all the way, gives it to Archer. Archer back baseline, over his shoulder pass into Carnes for 2. What a nice little assist. Fantastic pass by Archer as he knew Carnes was waiting on him as he rolled inside the line, inside the paint. Forearm shove, no call. Goblins with the ball in the lane. They come up with 2 for Bell. Garnes with the ball. Archer to his left. Archer's going to set up top of the key. He curls back outside. Ball knocked away by the Goblins. 3-point shot up, no good for Archer. 12-12, 2 minutes left here in the first period. Left-hand side to the Goblins. They made him pull up his dribble. Little hip check on Garnes, and Garnes goes down, and there's 2 points. Another 2 points for the Goblins. Garnes, far right-hand side. He's got Holt over in the right-hand side, back over left to Archer. Back to Garnes, right-hand side. He's got Clark over in the right-hand corner, looking to set up maybe for a 3. Garnes, top of the key, into Carnes. Back out to Clark, top of the key to Garnes for 3. No good as the shot clock was winding down just to 5 seconds. Goblins in the left-hand side. Tried for 3, no good. Fought for it. Carnes with the rebound. Outlet pass to Archer. Archer one-on-one. Over to the right to a streaking Holt. Holt gets fouled.
Checking in for the Goblins.
They didn't call that a foul. Looks like they just called it out of bounds on the Goblins. And so, once again, obvious foul, and it's just overlooked by the officials. Garnes with the ball. Baseline shot on the side, right-hand side, no good. Here comes the Goblins, one-on-one. Carnes set up underneath him. He's got a charging foul. Good job there. That was Holt there that set up for that. Fantastic job by Holt to get that charging foul. Carnes is trying to slide over there as well. Inbound on the baseline now by Garnes to Archer. And Garnes will bring the ball down with less than a minute. 12-14, Greenwood down by 2. Greenwood with 3 team fouls. Up to Carnes, top dribble handoff to Archer, back to Garnes. Garnes drives right-hand side to the block. He goes up, no foul called. 30 seconds, the ball's in the hands of the Goblins. Goblins off the glass, no good. Rolls around off the iron. Carnes tried to rebound, knocked away. Clark comes up with the loose ball. Garnes with the ball, lead pass down to Holt. Holt couldn't bring it in. The full-length pass to the Goblins. And the Goblins add 2, 16-12. Greenwood down by 4. Garnes goes in. They call that a block on the baseline as he drove hard to the basket. And so there we are at the end of the first period. Greenwood 12, Goblins 16. We'll take a break. We'll come back here quickly. This is Bulldog Basketball.
How long have they been in business?
100 years.
100 years? That's nothing. We've been standing here almost that long. Why are we here again?
I'm trying to get one of those Farmers Bank ATV loans.
An ATV loan? You mean we've been posing all this time so you can get an ATV loan?
You know, you don't have to be a farmer to bank at Farmers. Farmers Bank is celebrating 115 years of serving the financial needs of everyone in the River Valley. And farmers.
I'm Josh with Vision Exteriors. If you're concerned about the storms over the last couple years and the effects they've had on your roof, or the endless maintenance on your siding, or the energy efficiency on your windows, just give us a call or go online, schedule an appointment, and we'll be out there.
Welcome back, Greenwood Bulldog fans. Goblin Arena in Harrison. We've got a good game, 12-16. Greenwood's down by 4. Playing some good basketball. Grant Carnes living in the paint. He's got 8 points, all inside the paint. Had some fantastic passes by Archer as he's picked up a couple assists. Goblin's down in the paint as they try to inlet pass, and that's knocked around by Greenwood, and there's going to be a foul called. That's going to be on Clark, just his first foul of the night, as Bell's going to go to the line to shoot 2. It's up and good. We'll wait on his second shot from the free throw line. Philpott had 2 points there in the first. Garnes added 2 points as well, as Greenwood came out of that first period with 12 points total. Grant doing a good job there in the lane. Second shot up and good for Bell. Ball inbounded, back to Archer. No full court press. Picking them up man-to-man by the Goblins. Archer with the ball, top of the key. Over to Holt. Holt dribble handoff to Garnes. Garnes drives right-hand side down the lane. Up for 2, no call. Far left-hand side for the Goblins. Back to the far left corner. There's a cutter. He throws a shoulder and knocks Clark into the baseline. There's an obvious shoulder that got thrown into Clark's chest. And they're going to call that on number 15. And that'll be his first of the game. Baseline inbound, 20-12. Greenwood down by 8 right now. Ball on the baseline. Inbound to Archer, back to Garnes. Soft man-to-man by the Goblins. Garnes crossover, back to the middle. He's got to pick up his ball as they came in behind him and tried to pick his pocket. Back to Garnes. A little sloppy, got to get it rid of the ball, get away from the crowd. And we've got a foul called on 0. That's Cecil. That's his second foul of the night. Archer to inbound on the far side, right beside the bench. Next to the scorer's table, into Carnes. Carnes back to Archer. Garnes with the ball. He's up by the logo. Over to Carnes. Carnes outside the three-point line. He gives it to Archer. Archer dribbles, hands it off to Holt. Holt with his dribble over to Clark. Clark drives into the paint, kicks it out to Archer. Archer drives down to the lower block. That ball's knocked out of bounds as Goblins got their hand on it. And it'll be Archer on the baseline to inbounds. Barnes cuts through. He wasn't there. Backdoor pass. Great little backdoor pass by Archer to Holt. Holt picks up his 2 points on that layup. And the and one will send Ty Holt to the free throw line to shoot. Scott now checking in for Greenwood. Holt at the line to shoot his and one. 14-20. Greenwood down by 6, down by 5. Here comes the Goblins. Far left-hand side. Garnes out on the ball. Now Scott swiped by Holt. He couldn't quite come up with the ball as they dribbled past him. Goblins dribbled in, Kreiner, and he's going to pick up a foul. And that foul's going to be called on Holt. It's his first foul of the night. Off the back of the iron for Kreiner. That was his first shot of the night, first attempt. 6 minute, 25 second, 15-20. Second shot. It's up and good for the Goblins. Baseline pass inbounds to Archer. Archer with his dribble, hands off to Garnes. Garnes getting pressed right at the half-court stripe. Now they're looking the trap. Two guys up on Garnes. He gets it into Scott. Scott, quick pass over to Clark. Clark dribbles out of trouble. We set back up. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Garnes drives in to the lane, up and good for two. And we'll take that shot over and over and over inside the lane. 17-21. Greenwood down by 4. Got to keep it close. Almost stolen away by Holt, and they're going to call him for his second foul of the night.
Number 2, Ty Holt, that's his second.
Ball on the baseline. Inbounds by the Goblins as he inbounds and then cuts to the corner. He picks up a three-pointer with Scribner. Here comes Garnes. 17-24. Just around 5.5 minutes left. Ball down low into Clark as he gets it high off the glass for a nice two-point layup down inside the lane. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the first half. Outside the three-point line for the Goblins. Back to the far left side. Holt comes up, plays defense. Clark set up behind. He gets charged. He sets up to take a charge as the Goblins kind of lowered his shoulder. And that's going to go on Scribner. That's two right at 5 minutes. 19-24. Greenwood down by 5. Handoff pass to Holt. Lob pass over into Scott. Bounced off a Goblin player. He comes down, drives in the lane. Another charge called. That was a player control foul, and Holt with a good job of sliding over and taking that collision. And that foul is going to go on Bell, his first foul of the night. Inbounded to Archer. Down to Garnes. Garnes moving quickly. He gets a double team, hands it in to Clark. Clark tried to go baseline, cut him off. He comes back up top. Shot by Holt for three. Good! Ty Holt for three. Way downtown for that shot. Out past the college. Lob pass into the paint for the Goblins. And there's going to be an and-one foul. That's going to be called on. Looks like they got that on Garnes. Nope. That's going to be called on Holt. That's his third foul of the night. So Holt's going to have to set. Carnes is going to come in to take his place. And that sends Bell to the line to shoot two. Or shoot his and one. Rebounded by Carnes. Carnes is in trouble, and there's a timeout called from the Greenwood bench.
Timeout, Greenwood.
Timeout called, 30-second timeout. Greenwood's got 4 team fouls. Goblins have 4 team fouls on them. Greenwood's down by 4 points. Playing tough here.
Once again,
the second period of the first half. Like I said, coming into this game, Harrison 5-0. No losses here in the 5A West. So Greenwood's playing them tough, doing what they've got to do. Harrison's starting to slowly pick up their full court presses. Now they're starting to pick them up at the half court and try to trap just as they cross the timeline. Ball inbounded by Clark. Clark to Archer. Archer's going to walk far side as they try to trap him on the side. And Archer just put a nice little football move as that Goblin slid in front of him. It gets called for the charge on Archer. Goblin was moving his feet. I think if Kane could have just kept his arm in against his torso, there wouldn't have been a foul called. Archer had the speed. He stepped over in front. Goblin with the ball, top of the key, tried an inland pass. Archer knocked it away, couldn't come up with it. Back to the Goblins. He just slides on the floor, and that's a travel call. Turnover. Ball goes to the Bulldogs on the baseline. Archer to inbound. 22-26. Just under 4 minutes here in this first half. Garnes with the ball. Over to Archer, far right-hand side. They guard him close. Look at the trap. As soon as he picks up his dribble, back to Garnes. He's top of the key, high. Far right-hand corner to Scott, off the back of the iron. No good. Goblins had a hold of Clark as he was trying to get position. There's going to be an offensive foul called on Goblins number 22. That's his first foul. That brings the crowd alive as a avalanche of boos comes out of the stands. And let's see. That's the 5th foul for both teams, so everybody's going to the line to shoot. And we've got Clark at the line for his first of 2 shots. The Goblin coach, not a happy camper, as he lets the official know about it. First shot up, off the back of the iron for Clark.
Clark is at the line, 1 more shot.
22-26. Greenwood down by 4. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left. Clark at the line to shoot. It's up, rolls off the front of the iron. Good for his second shot. Here comes the Goblins, far left-hand side. Dribble into the lane, off the back of the iron. Rebounded, fought for, recovered by Carnes. And it gets over to Garnes as he crosses the line. Quick pass over to Clark. Clark spin move into the lane, up and rolls in. Nice move by Clark. Archer tries to pick him up full court. He receives the ball, kicks it around, knocked away by the Goblins. Goblins retain possession. They cross the timeline. 25-26, 3 minutes left in the first half. Game's a frenzy. We're right on the edge as we're playing some tough defense. Rejected by Scott as he went up high to knock the ball out of the hands of the Goblin player, Bell. And that turnover goes in favor of Greenwood. Garnes with the ball. He's looking to split the double team. He gets it to Clark. Clark into Archer. Archer on the far left side to Scott for 3. No good. Couldn't get it to go. Garnes almost had the rebound. It got ripped out of his hands. Ball in the far left corner to the Goblins. Goblins back to top of the key. Out comes Scott. Scott played good D. Almost got his hand on it. Rebound by Carnes. He's knocked to the ground. No call. 1-on-3 by Garnes. Garnes goes up to shoot. Ball's knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be a foul called. And that's going to be a foul called on Carnes after he got knocked to the floor on the rebound attempt by the Goblins on the previous possession. Officials are on the edge of losing control. And so since we've got 5 team fouls, we're going to go to the line. Greenwood down by 1, 25-26. First shot up and good for Bell. Second shot for Bell for the Goblins. 25-27. Rolls around, no good. Rebounded by Carnes as he went high, kicks it out to Archer. Archer back to Garnes. Garnes thought about a 3. He was deep. He's getting some information now from Coach Ross. Over to Scott. Scott finds the cutter. Clark up top to Archer. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Far left corner to Scott for 3. Rolls off the front edge of the iron. No good. Need to get Scott needs to get hot because that's his favorite 3-point shot there in the corner. Archer out on the ball. He goes to the baseline on the block. Up, no good. Rebounded Goblins. He gets a made too. Ball into Clark. Clark looks behind him. Archer follows. Clark directing traffic. Still with his dribble over to Archer. Archer gets the screen by Carnes. Carnes rolls. They drop back and cover that pass. Carnes over on the baseline. He dribbles into Scott. Scott again off the iron. Wouldn't go. Rebounded by Carnes as he's walked all over and goes to the ground. Should be foul on the Goblins, and that's going to be on number 11, Lucas Paul.
At the line for 3.
And that's his first foul of the night. Carnes to the line. He's got 2 free throws coming his way after getting knocked to the floor on that foul. First shot up. Just bounced off the back of the iron. Into the game now, Blake Christensen, number 10. Off the front of the iron for Carnes. Rebound Goblins. Just under a minute, 25-29. Greenwood playing a tough game here against the Goblins. Foul called. The Goblins got ready to drive, and that foul is going to be called on Clark. That's his second foul here in the first half. And that sends Scribner to the line for the Goblins. 25-29. Just under 53 seconds left here in the first half. Second shot for the Goblins. That's up and good. Garnes with the ball. Man-to-man defense by the Goblins as they try to pick up the pace just as you cross the timeline. Clark to set a screen. He tries to drive left-hand side down to the block, kicks it to Carnes. He's in the lane. Nice little two-step. Carnes gets his own rebound. Foul called again on Paul. That's his second. Carnes is going to shoot 2 with 30 seconds left on the clock. It's up. Rolls around, won't go. Rory checks in, number 13. Here's second shot up, rolls around, shooter's roll for Carnes. He makes his second free throw, first free throw made of the game. Goblins across the timeline, no shot clock, 20 seconds left on the game clock. Christensen out playing tight defense. Greenwood still in the man-to-man. Drive down on Clark. Scott comes up to block it. Looked like a clean block. But Scott's going to pick up his first foul of the night. Just over 9 seconds left. First shot up, no good for Scribner. 26-31. Greenwood down by 5. Off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Carnes. He gets it to Garnes. Garnes gets bumped as he tries to go down the court. And that's going to send Garnes to the line to shoot 2. Garnes, one of Greenwood's better free throw shooters. So we're happy anytime he goes to the line to shoot 2. No time, no clock running. First shot up, it's up and good for Garnes. And that's his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Second shot for Garnes. It's up off the back of the iron, couldn't go. Rebound Goblins, almost knocked away by Christensen as he was hustling down the sideline to knock it out of bounds. Ball to be inbounded by the Goblins. They find a cutter down in the corner. Clark tried to get his hand in front of it, and that was up and good. Number 21. So, at the end of the half, Greenwood 27, the Goblins 33. Trying to keep it close as we head into the second half. Just Greenwood down by 6. We'll step away here for the halftime. This is Bulldog basketball.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With over 30 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
At Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. We focus on your experience with the most modern eye exams and procedures for the entire family in one convenient location. We focus on how you feel, diagnosing and treating a whole range of vision conditions and eye disease. We focus on what you care about, finding the right combinations of frames and lenses so nothing prevents you from living your best life. Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. You'll see.
Right now at Randall Ford, we have huge selection of slightly used vehicles. No matter what you are looking for, we have it. Hondas, Chevys, GMCs, Fords. At Randall Ford, we have what you want at the budget you can afford. 0 down, 0% interest, plus deferred payments for 90 days. Need some extra cash? We will buy your vehicle, whatever you have. Plus, we will pay top dollar. Stop in today. Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue, or online 24/7 at randallford.com. The 4th oldest Ford dealer in America.
I'm Josh with Vision Exteriors. If you're concerned about the storms over the last couple years and the effects they've had on your roof, or the endless maintenance on your siding, or the energy efficiency on your windows, just give us a call or go online, schedule an appointment, and we'll be out there.
I'm not real popular with the insurance companies because I see the mayhem they cause every day by holding your hard-earned money in their good hands. But it's your money. I don't go with the flow, and I don't believe their bullshit. They only wish they could stop me, and the last thing they want is for you to have my number in your phone, because I'll give them mayhem. I'm Phil Votaw. You never met a lawyer like me.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
How long have they been in business?
100 years.
100 years? That's nothing. We've been standing here almost that long. Why are we here again?
I'm trying to get one of those Farmers Bank ATV loans.
An ATV loan? You mean we've been posing all this time so you can get an ATV loan?
You know, you don't have to be a farmer to bank at Farmers. Farmers Bank is celebrating 115 years of serving the financial needs of everyone in the River Valley. And farmers.
Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC in Charleston are unloading every week. To see what is arriving next, you can visit hugm.com, HUGGM.com. The Hug family has made car buying an enjoyable experience for over 80 years in their spacious showroom in Charleston. Don't pay too much on your next vehicle. See the Hug team where you don't pay extra dock or prep fees. Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC on Main Street in Charleston. Hometown sales and service since 1937.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With over 30 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, Call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
At Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. We focus on your experience with the most modern eye exams and procedures for the entire family in one convenient location. We focus on how you feel, diagnosing and treating a whole range of vision conditions and eye disease. We focus on what you care about, finding the right combinations of frames and lenses so nothing prevents you from living your best life. Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. You'll see.
Right now at Randall Ford, we have huge selection of slightly used vehicles. No matter what you are looking for, we have it. Hondas, Chevys, GMCs, Fords. At Randall Ford, we have what you want at the budget you can afford. 0 down, 0% interest, plus deferred payments for 90 days. Need some extra cash? We will buy your vehicle, whatever you have. Plus, we will pay top dollar. Stop in today. Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue, or online 24/7 at randallford.com. The 4th oldest Ford dealer in America.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
We're back here, Greenwood Bulldog fans, at the Goblin Arena, high up in the northern part of Arkansas, at Harrison, Arkansas, as our Greenwood Bulldogs take on the Goblins. First half points coming your way. Lane Philpott with 2, Ty Holt with 5, Grant Carnes with the team lead right now, 10 points. Jaden Garnes with 5. And Hudson Clark, as he's come off the bench, will do a good job contributing 5 points off the bench. Greenwood down by, it's 27-33, down by 6. Harrison's in this game, 5-0 in the conference, so Greenwood's doing a fantastic job of putting the pressure on the Goblins. They're picking them up inside of half court and making them work for every point. Nothing's coming easy right now for the Goblins. And they're going to have to keep that pressure up. Some foul issues. Goblins have 3 players, and one of them's not a starter, but 2 of their starters are playing with 2 fouls. Ty Holt, he's having to play with 3 fouls right now, so he spent most of his first half of the second period on the bench with his 3 fouls. Those came quick. That third foul was very, very early there, excuse me, in the top of the second period. This game has been full of charging calls, as both teams have not been afraid to go in to the glass, down the paint, with somebody in front of them, really just challenging on both ends of the court for somebody to slide over and take that charging call. And so far, both teams have shown their willingness to get in the way and take that charge call. Looks like Greenwood's going to come out here in the start of the second half with their original starting 5. Archer, Philpott, Garnes, Carnes, and Holt. And here comes Garnes as we start off the third period. Up high to Carnes. Carnes looking for a cutter, over to Archer. He rolls off his screen. That passes it there, back to Garnes. He's real high up toward the logo. On the right-hand side, now to Archer, down low. Archer loses his footing, goes down on that cut. Back to the left-hand side to Garnes. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and there's a call time. That may be a time by the official, as Archer came up slow after he went down on that cut. So they'll have the trainer take a look at him, as they may need to re-tape an ankle. Up top to Philpott. Philpott back to Garnes off the inbounds play. Garnes just right at the free throw line. That ball's knocked out of the air as Garnes tried to go up over a taller player. Goblins with the ball. They missed the three-point attempt. Rebounded by Greenwood's Philpott. Passed up to Garnes. Philpott for three. Up off the back of the iron. No good. Here come the Goblins. Goblins far right-hand side. He tries to dribble in on Holt. Holt, good defense. There's a push on Garnes. No call. Rebound Carnes. Back to Garnes. Garnes comes up the near side. Top of the key to Carnes. Back to Garnes. Three-point shot up. Bounces around. No good. Here come the Goblins. Philpott. Tough D out on the far side. Knocked away by Carnes. Carnes had the number. Had to pull it up because he couldn't get control of the dribble. And he gave it back to Philpott. Looks like Philpott got bumped.
Fouls on Ryder Scribner. That's his third personal.
Foul was on 15 Scribner, and that's 3 for him. Greenwood back with the ball. Ball in the hands of Garnes. Screen set to Carnes. Carnes in the lane, pulls up, shoot two, and that's good. And that's where Carnes needs to be shooting the ball inside the paint. That's his spot. Left-hand side, Goblins try to dribble inside. Back to the left-hand corner. Another dribble toward the lane, top of the key. Defense by Greenwood. Philpott got his hand on it, couldn't quite pull it up off the ground. And there's points made. And a foul called.
Fouls on Wayne Philpott. That's 3 on him. Jackson's at the line with 1 shot.
Shot up, rolls around, no good. Clark slammed into by the Goblins, and there's no call, and they call it out on the Bulldogs. That last foul was on Garnes, his first foul of the night. Ball on the baseline. Goblins looking to lob it inside. Very catchy cutter, little alley-oop. Good for 2 for Bell. 29-37. Greenwood with the ball. Top of the key for Garnes. Left-hand side over to Clark. Clark back to Carnes at the top of the key. Back to Clark. Nope, that's Philpott. Ball up top to Garnes. Nice little pass over the shoulder. Into Carnes. Carnes with a reverse layup underneath for 2. 31-37. Greenwood down by 6. Ball inside down the lane for the Goblins. Rolls around, goes up and goes for 2. Inbound to the Clark. Clark bounce pass to Garnes. Garnes walks it across the timeline. Hands it off to Holt. Holt looks for Carnes. Carnes takes a chance to drive to the baseline, down to the block, knocked out, didn't go in, rolls around, rebounded by the Goblins. He dribbles out, pushes Philpott, no call, in the lane, up and good for 2. Garnes across the timeline. Far left side to Clark. Clark tries to spin move, backside to the baseline, not there. Back to the top to Garnes. Screen set by Holt. Tried to run through it, no call. Spin by Clark. They got tied up and the ball goes out the baseline, and that call goes to the Goblins. Holt's going to set out. Archer back in. Goblins with the ball. Archer on the ball now. Pass cross court. Shot up, no good for the Goblins. Here comes Garnes. Garnes long pass to Archer in the corner. He drives in the lane. Underhanded layup. Foul. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul is going to be on Griner. His second foul of the night. 2 fouls now, team foul-wise. Greenwood down by 10. Archer at the line. He's going to shoot 2. Off the back of the iron for his first shot from the free throw line. That was Archer's first attempt tonight for a free throw. Second shot up. No good. Goblin crowd coming alive again. Ball top of the free throw line. Shot no good. Rebounded by Philpott. Philpott gets it out to Garnes. Garnes right inside the free throw line. Back over to Clark. He hands it to Archer. Archer looking to make a pass. He gives it to Carnes. Bounce pass back to Archer. Archer for 3. Top of the key. Couldn't bring the iron. Tried to save it in by Clark. Here come the Goblins. Greenwood down by 10. Need to stop here. Shot inside the lane. Up and good. For Kreiner. Kreiner's rattled off 6 points here in a row for the Goblins. Garnes with the ball. He looks to his left to Archer. Archer top of the key. He's got his dribble down to the block. Right hand side. Nice up and in. An underhanded layup for Archer as he drove to the block. Back to the 10-point deficit for the Bulldogs. 2.5 minutes left. Stolen away by Garnes. Garnes got the number. One-on-one layup. And he rolls up and in. Good for Garnes' first 2 points here in the second half. Third period coming up on 2 minutes left in the third period. Goblins on the baseline. Drives in. Rolls it in for a layup. 35-45, back to 10. Garnes, left-hand side to Archer. Archer fakes a 3. They didn't go for it. Back to Garnes as they hand off between each other. Carnes set a screen. Rolled off. No, it wasn't there. Rejected on Carnes inside the paint shot. And we've got a foul call on the floor as the Goblins are flopping every chance they get on this possession. Holt's going to check back in for Clark. And Scott comes in for Carnes. Baseline inbound play. Archer with the ball. Pass up top. Safety valve to Garnes. Garnes for 3! Good! Fantastic shot by Garnes as he was left all alone. Top of the key. 38-45. Greenwood trying to climb back in. Minute 27. Down inside for the Goblins. They get an easy little layup down on the baseline for Cecil. Greenwood down by 9. Up top for Holt. Left side to Scott. Scott goes back to Holt for 3. Up and good for 3. As Holt picks up his first three-pointer. Less than a minute left here in the third period. Scott on the ball. Goblins hand it off, and there's a foul called away from the ball, down underneath the goal.
Foul's on Jaden Garnes, his first.
And that's going to be on Garnes. Second foul on Garnes for the game. Lob pass in for the Goblins. Cutter on the baseline, and they found him. Here comes Greenwood now. Down 8, 40 seconds left. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Far right-hand corner. Pass just outside the reach of Scott as he was breaking along the baseline try to receive that pass from Holt. 33 seconds. Third period, 41-49. Greenwood down by 8. Goblins with the ball. No shot clock. Game clock is in control. The Goblins dribble over the far right side to get their instructions from their coach. Holt's out on the ball. They have separation, so no 5-second clock yet. Hasn't started. Goblins drive down to the right-hand block. Kick it back outside for 3. There's a foul called on that shot. Basket's counted as good. And that foul is called on Philpott.
Fouls on Philpott, that's his fourth. Martin at the line.
Coach Ross asked for a little bit of an explanation. That first shot is up and good for Martin. Here comes Garnes. Long three-pointer from half court off the glass. As he ran out of time there in the third period. We'll add up some more points. We head into the fourth period of the game. Greenwood down 41-53. This is Bulldog basketball.
How long have they been in business?
100 years.
100 years? That's nothing. We've been standing here almost that long. Why are we here again?
I'm trying to get one of those Farmers Bank ATV loans.
An ATV loan? You mean we've been posing all this time so you can get an ATV loan?
You know, you don't have to be a farmer to bank at Farmers. Farmers Bank is celebrating 115 years of serving the financial needs of everyone in the River Valley. And farmers.
I'm Josh with Vision Exteriors. If you're concerned about the storms over the last couple years and the effects they've had on your roof, or the endless maintenance on your siding, or the energy efficiency on your windows, just give us a call or go online, schedule an appointment, and we'll be out there.
We're back. Goblin Arena, Harrison, Arkansas. Greenwood down 41-53. They're trying to claw their way back into this game as they've been close the majority of the game. Goblins have stretched that lead out, however, here in the past third period coming out of halftime. Greenwood managed to put 14 points up on the board there in the third period. Ball passed down inside to the Goblins. 4-2. Here comes Garnes with the ball. Left hand dribble handoff to Archer. Archer top right side of the key. He backs up. Carnes sets a screen. Little dump pass in on the screen and roll. Carnes couldn't come up with it. Goblins go coast to coast. They try to get a layup and Greenwood fouls. And that'll send someone to the line to shoot 2. Looks like Martin will be shooting 2.
Fouls on number 5, Jaden Garnes. That's his second foul. At the line, Hayden Martin.
They call that on Garnes. They're saying that's his second foul. 41-56. Greenwood down by 15, now 16. Garnes with the ball, left-hand side. Holt comes streaking from the left-hand side, gets a dribble handoff. He gives it to Carnes. Carnes drives, right side block, off the glass, rolls around, won't go. Ball down the baseline, stolen away by Holt. Holt to Philpott. Philpott gets it out to Garnes, knocked away by the Goblins. Goblins left side, and foul called, and it's a blocking call this time. We've seen it called a charge most of the game, and that one, though, gets called as a blocking against Greenwood, and that goes.
At the line will be Cole Cecil.
Now we've got an official over at the scorer's table. We'll wait to see what happens. Cecil at the line for the Goblins to shoot. That foul's now on Phil Clyde.
Number 4, Hudson Clark.
They're saying that's his 5th foul. First shot up and good for Cecil. 41-58. Clark in for Phil Clark. Garnes with the ball. Still some pressure. Long pass to the left-hand side to Clark. Clark thought about a 3. Top of the key for Holt. Rolls around. Good as it falls in. 3-pointer for Holt as he shoots from the top of the key.
Timeout, Greenwood.
Got a timeout, Greenwood. And hadn't seen if it's a 30 or a full. So we'll stick around here as Greenwood heads in on the 4th quarter, 44-59. They're trying their best to claw back in, cut that deficit down. Coach Ross is going to have a chat with them over there. Him calling the timeout as they've got to set up their game plan here for the rest of the game here in the 4th period. The Greenwood boys came into this game with a 3-2 record in the conference play and 12-8 overall as they knocked the Siloam Springs Panthers off in their game last week on Friday. And this Friday, they'll head up to Mountain Home to take on the Mountain Home Bombers on their 2nd road game of the week. We got 2 road games this week because today was supposed to be the bye day, an off day, but because of that snowstorm, we didn't get to play the Harrison game. And so this is the makeup game for that postponed game from back on the snow day. Garnes, Carnes, Holt, Clark in the game, as well as Archer. Goblins with the ball, top of the key. Tries to drive left side. Carnes playing tough D. Pulls up for 3, no good. Rebound Holt. Holt outlet pass to Garnes. Garnes down the far side. He's looking to drive baseline. Pulls up with a block, shoots for 2. Blocking called, and that's going to send Garnes to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on Maddox Bell, his 2nd.
And that was on number 23, Bell, his 2nd.
Number 5, Jada Garnes.
2nd foul of the game. And here comes Garnes to shoot 2. That first one is up and good. 2nd shot now for Garnes. His first free throw here of the 2nd half. 2nd shot up and good. Garnes is pretty good from the free throw line. Always seems to rise to the occasion in the 2nd half as well. 46-59. Ball this near side on the Goblins. They back it out. Garnes up on the ball. Now by Clark. Carnes comes down high. They switch. Now Clark on the ball. Clark stays on the ball. Archer slides out. Ball down the baseline. Off the block for 2. As that goes into Martin. Here comes Garnes. Garnes tries to pass inside to Carnes. Couldn't keep his hands on it. Ball is fought for. Ball in the hand of Clark. He gets bumped.
Fouls on Chancellor Lorenz, his 2nd. Bulldog ball.
He got bumped by Lorenz. That's his 2nd foul of the night. Inbounds to Holt. Hand off to Garnes. Goblins doing lots of pushing. No call. Away from the basket. Away from the ball. Another push call. And that's going to be on the Goblins. That's 0. Cecil, that's his 3rd foul. High pass inside to Carnes. He's at the free throw line. Pull up, top of the key. Good for three from Clark. Clark knocks down a nice three-pointer from the top of the key after that assist pass from Carnes. Goblins with the ball. They look to get back on top of the key. Far right-hand side, three-point shot up, no good. Rebound in the air by Bell for two. 49-63, just under 5 minutes left in the game. Pass to the right side. Archer, good for three. Two back-to-back three-pointers between Clark and Archer. Greenwood's fighting back. There's got a lot of life left in this team before just 4.5 minutes left. Goblin's driving the lane, lost control, out of control. Goblin player, he kicks it back out to Archer. Archer moving fast, 2-on-2. Carnes throws it up off the glass by Archer. First I thought he was going to try behind the head pass to Carnes as he's done before. That was a great little layup by Archer. Kane making it up as he goes, as he had the numbers. Goblins with the ball, left side, down to the block. Archer tries to knock it away, couldn't get his hand on the ball. Top of the key, shot for three, rolls around. Good for Strickland. Here comes Archer, right-hand side, near sideline, pulls up for three. That's going to be good. Three-pointer for Archer. Barely even touched the net as it went through. There's a high arch, nice, pretty shot by Archer. 57-66, Greenwood slowly chipping away at the lead. There's a foul called.
Fouls on Hudson Clark. That is his third personal foul. Coming in.
And that's Clark. Picks up his third foul. Greenwood's knocked that. There was a 16-point lead at one time, and they've knocked it down to 9. Inbounds on the base for the Goblins, and that was for Martin. Archer with the ball, pulls up for three. High, Archer. Bounced off the backside. Long outlet pass for the Goblins. As he missed the layup and a foul called on Archer.
Fouls on Kane Archer, his third.
That's his third personal foul. Greenwood's fourth team foul for the fourth period. Goblins with 3 team fouls. And that sends Martin to the line to shoot. First free throw's up and good. Second shot here for Martin. Off the back of the iron, rebounded by Archer. Over near side to Garnes. He hands off to Archer. Archer dribbles baseline to the block, kicks it way outside to Clark. Clark off the back of the iron, no good. Here come the Goblins. 3 minutes. Bad pass inside, almost knocked away. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebounded by Greenwood. We got a foul.
Fouls on Maddox Bell, his third.
On 23, Bell, that's his third foul of the game. 4 team fouls now for the Goblins.
Back in for the Goblins, number 15, Ryan Strickland.
Barnes with the ball. 12-point lead by the Goblins. Greenwood's had a flurry of three-pointers go in. Long pass over to Archer. He comes back top of the key. Archer tries to get it over into Holt to the right side. Knocked away by Holt. Recovered by Carnes. Carnes down inside to Archer, who's sitting under the goal, and he gets an easy 2-point play. Nice assist. Carnes to Archer. 59-69. 10-point deficit. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Carnes outside, pass down inside. Archer steals it away, rips it out of the hand, behind the back, dribble, pass to himself, kicks it back to Garnes. Garnes for 3, off the back. Carnes with the rebound. He's looking for help, kicks it back outside to Holt. We've got a call foul away from the ball on the Goblins, and that is going to be on 23, Bell. That's his fourth personal foul. It appears it was called as a technical. And so Garnes is going to shoot 2 and rolls around. Can't get it to go. Greenwood still down by 10.
Lucas Paul taking him down for the Goblins.
Been a lot of energy in this game from the start, from the crowd and from the players. A lot of pushing, shoving. Hopefully these last 2 minutes can be a clean game from what we just saw there as the Goblin player grabbed our player and picked up that technical. Ball inbounded to Ty Holt, back inside to Carnes in the lane, rolls around, won't go. Rebounded by Carnes. He got his own rebound and got fouled as he tried to go up, and that's going to be on Paul, number 11 for the Goblins.
At the line, number 3, Grant Carnes.
Carnes to shoot. Carnes' second shot. Got a timeout now.
Goblins would also like to.
Looks like that timeout's going to be called by the Goblins, and it'll be a 30-second timeout. 59-69, just 3 seconds over, 2 minutes left in this game as Greenwood's been fighting back. They've been down by as much as 16, and they've gotten it down to back to 9. First half, they had it close. Goblins came out there in the third period and put some distance between them. So boys are not giving up. They're fighting hard, trying to come back. We had a flurry of 3-pointers there earlier in the fourth period as Archer knocked down 2, followed up by Clark, who knocked one down as well. So that's helped cut into the lead. We just haven't been able to get that open 3-point shot again here lately as we come up with just over 2 minutes left here in the fourth period in the game. Carnes with his second shot from the free throw line, and it's up, rolls around, good. And it's a 9-point game again. Garnes on the ball, picking up full court press, looking to trap. Down the far side, guy got loose behind the defense. Here comes Archer. Archer quick into the lane, lays it up, rolls around, just wouldn't go. Carnes tried for the rebound and couldn't knock it off the backboard to himself. Goblins up now 71-60. 11-point lead for the Goblins. Goblins slowing it down, trying to use some clock. Goblins throw a shoulder into the chest of Garnes, no call. Or that was Holt that got the bumped in the chest. Garnes with the ball goes to the lane, off the glass, 4-2. Holt took a tough shot there right in the chest. So Coach Ross checking on him, making sure he's okay. 62-73, minute 11. Goblins up by 11 here in the fourth period of the game. We've got a timeout called. Greenwood's been working hard, fighting back. Archer's really come alive. He was sitting on 2 points, but he has added 10 points here alone in the fourth period. So good to see him get hot, get the hot hand. And then Clark coming in off the bench added another 3, as well as Holt, as Holt's got 2 3-pointers so far for the game. Philpott's out with 5 fouls. Here we go, just over 1 minute left. Inbounds and a quick foul. Looks like Clark, he's back in the game. Holt's in the game. Garnes is in the game. Archer and Carnes. That foul was going to be called on Clark. That's his 4th foul. Both teams sitting on 5 team fouls, so we'll be shooting 2 on every foul from this point forward. And that ball shot is up for Scribner. That's his first free throw here in the fourth period. Second shot up and rolls around good. Here comes Garnes, near side. He's looking cross court, sees Archer. Archer's going to pull up for 3. Off the back of the iron, rebounded by Holt. Holt gets it back to Garnes. Garnes good for 3. That gets the score back to a 10-point deficit. We got a timeout. That timeout is called by Greenwood, and it's a full timeout. So Greenwood using everything they've got. They got 1 timeout left. Coach Ross isn't going to go down fighting. Boys have played tough this whole game, doing what they had to do. It's been a physical game. Been a lot of potential fouls that could have been called that have just been overlooked. Been a high number of charges called in the first half, and now all those charges have turned into blocking fouls. So definitely some inconsistency here from the officials here in the second half. Can't say the boys are playing, but there's been a lot of guys going to the floor, off pushes, a lot of shoulders getting lowered. And hopefully we can get through this last minute, less than a minute. No injuries. Nothing unbecoming to anybody that's on the court. Ball to be inbounded on the baseline. Got to go full court for the Goblins. Ball inbound. Archer on the ball, getting helps from Clark across the midcourt line. Goblins pull it out. 26 seconds. They're just dribbling around, trying to burn some time. Quick pass to the left side. It's the slowdown. Down inside, they found somebody behind the defense. 77-65, Greenwood. Archer going strong to the glass, rolls it up, just rolls off the front on that layup. And now Harrison, Goblins with the ball as they cross the timeline with 10 seconds left. Greenwood seems to be content to let the game clock run out. And Greenwood will go down 77-65. Harrison drop to an even 3-3 in league play. We'll step away here at the end of the game, come back with some quick points for the game. This is Bulldog basketball.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With over 30 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing. Serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
At Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. We focus on your experience with the most modern eye exams and procedures for the entire family in one convenient location. We focus on how you feel, diagnosing and treating a whole range of vision conditions and eye disease. We focus on what you care about, finding the right combinations of frames and lenses so nothing prevents you from living your best life. Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. You'll see.
We're back, Greenwood Bulldog fans. Goblin Arena, Harrison, Arkansas. Greenwood unfortunately falls to the Goblins 77-65. Some quick point totals. Philpott unfortunately had to spend too much time on the bench tonight as he fouled out. He had 2 points. Ty Holt, he got 11. Grant Carnes, 15 points. Jaden Garnes pulled in a nice 17 points to finish the game with a high total. Kane Archer came alive here in the fourth period with 10 points, and he added 2 from the third for a total of 12. And then Clark, coming off the bench, Hudson did a fine job as he got extra minutes tonight as he filled in for Philpott with 8 points. Greenwood drops, like I said, 3-3 in the league play, 12-9 overall. We play Friday night on the road. We go to Mountain Home Bombers. So we'll see how things go up there. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Joey Buffkin with us tonight on the camera. I'm Stuart Leonard, and as always, our top-of-the-line production, Sean Holland, taking care of everything you see on the screen. We'll see you Friday night. This is Bulldog Basketball.